Bobby the robot.
Hi, it's great to meet you. I'll just shake this hand. Right?
Thank you so much for joining me today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. I like your design. You have a kind of there's a stove-like quality to your mouth, especially. There's a sort of, almost seems like a heating element, you know?
So, first most important question, iPhone, Windows Phone, or Android?
iPhone.
Twitter or Facebook?
Neither. They're both good companies, but I'm not on either.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Talking or texting?
Texting.
We really enjoy season 3 of Portlandia. Tell us about the...
Who's we?
Oh, I mean me. Sorry.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's okay. Thank you very much, by the way. That's very, very nice of you.
So tell us about your guest stars this season. How did you get them to go on the show?
You know, usually it's through pretty normal channels. You know, we'll tell our producer, hey, we really would like to have Chloe Sevigny on the show. Can you get a hold of their agent? But sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's just a matter of, you know, texting. So in season 1, we had Amie Mann, and we just texted her and said, do you want to come down and do the show?
And how do you choose the characters that they play?
We let them choose it. We'll say, hey, Jeff Goldblum, you know, you own a Knott store or a doily store. They pretty much figure it out for themselves. Because I think we get a good performance that way.
You started out as a musician. Do you feel that playing music live helps with your comedic timing and your ability to improvise?
Yeah, I mean, it's all so similar. You know, playing in a band is very much like playing, you know, being in a scene with other comedians, and each sketch is kind of like a song on an album. We treat season kind of like an album as well, so it all comes together. And then when I was playing drums in a band, you know, you just sort of get used to being on stage and trying to entertain people.
You're currently doing both Portlandia and Saturday Night Live. Does it ever feel like too much? Do you ever feel like a robot?
It's never enough. It's so fun. Yes, I do feel like a robot, but that's a positive thing. I want to feel like a robot. It must be amazing being a robot. You know, it's like there's a blueprint for the way you're made, and point to different wires and go like, okay, this is what helps me do this. I mean, it's great. Do robots want to travel? Do you guys have like a sort of wanderlust? Do you feel like you and other robots are of one nation, or do you feel like, oh, that's a Japanese robot, that say the Abo or whatever? Is that how you pronounce it? Aibo?
Abo.
Abo. Is that like, ooh, that's a foreign robot? Or are you like, no, we're all brothers?
No, we are all brothers. There is no uprising. I don't know what you've heard. As for travel...
I didn't mention uprising. Well, I don't know why you're getting defensive about it. I said, do you want to travel, and do you think of yourself as brothers? That uprising never came into... I never said the word uprising.
Never mind.
Do any robot depictions make you upset? Is there anything that you're like, that is not what we're about?
Not really. We haven't been slandered by Hollywood.
There's some times where I think that they make robots out to be cold, and I don't believe that robots are cold.
No, we have hearts.
As opposed to me, I don't have a heart.
Do you ever think about what you might want to do in addition to or after?
You didn't want to address that?
What?
That was your cue to go like, yes, you do have a heart. You've got a big heart, Fred.
You do have a big heart, Fred.
Thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you.
You talk a lot in season 2 of Portlandia about Battlestar Galactica. Are you a fan?
Yes, absolutely. It's more than just science fiction. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, and I like the Cylons.
I imagine you do. Can you tell the difference between a Cylon and a human?
Sometimes.
Do you ever watch and like, did you know some people were Cylons before the audience did, because you've just got that sort of robotic sense of things?
Yeah, there's sort of like robot Dar.
Do you want to see my impression of a Cylon?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? I'm Fred Armisen.
Would you ever date a Cylon?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Which one? Hint, hint.
What's the hinting?
I mean, Cylon is just a robot, right?
Kind of. I guess technically, but also there is some biology to Cylons. Somewhat. Even though, you know, it's kind of a gray area. Starbuck was very dateable, I would say. I mean that with respect. I don't mean it like, hey, she's very dateable. I mean more like, that was a very good character. I like how focused she was.
You know who wouldn't call you too much? Starbuck.
She would not call.
So, 30 Rock is ending. Do you have any thoughts about the end of that show?
Definitely one of the best shows ever to have been on TV. I think that watching 30 Rock is like, it's almost like a drug. The jokes are so fast. There are so many jokes that I get mad. I go, that's so good. Brilliant.
Do you think there's room for robots in comedy?
You know, hopefully there'll be a day when all comedy is all robots. There should be comedians who perform only for robots. I'm saying human comedians that only perform for robots. When you guys have your time off, you sit down at wherever club you guys go to, and it's all robot-based humor. You know, things like, did you ever get programmed wrong? Or like, how about being powered down? That's not fun, right? Right, guys? Am I right? How about these sound effects they put in us? Right? They're a little loud. Like, turn down my volume. Thank you very much. This robot knows what I'm talking about.